Hi everyone. I'm going to show you something that I like to do when I need a nice quick topper for maybe a children's card. Now I'm going to use a really nice set, which again I downloaded from Creative Fabrica, and I will put a link to the kit in my description below. So to start with, I'm going to go and get my images. And they are the spring monsters. And I thought they are absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to bring some of them in. Okay. And I'm going to show you how to make a DL size stopper. Now, there's a technique I like to use, and it's very simple. I'll go into my shapes and I select the grid. I'll go with the grid and mark the size of my page, A4. So I know that a DL would be 3 columns, and of course it will only be 1 row. So I've got my DL sorted. Now I'm going to take my stencil and I want my topper slightly smaller than my DL size, because obviously the printer doesn't print exactly to the edge unless you have a borderless printer, which I do have. But I'm going to do it for everybody. And I'm going to move it down. Right, okay, let's see why that changed. Let's bring it in again. It's when I moved it, I think I've closed it. So I'm going to open it there, move it to the side there, and I'm going to take it from here. Oh, I hit the inverted, that's what happened there. And I'm going to place it just about there. So I've got a slight amount lower or less than a proper DL. So I'm going to now turn it around. And to turn it around, very simple. I just pick it up on there, hold the shift, and I go around, and I've got my card DL size. Now I'm going to get rid of my grid. I don't need it anymore. And this stencil will create for me the size of card topper I want. So I'm going to find a piece of material that they gave me with the set, and I'm going to make it a lot bigger so that I have a coverage for my DL card. Now I want to do something slightly different here. So I'm going to take my scissors. I'm going to change it to one of my, let's say, bump. I'm going to make the wavelength longer. And I'm going to go from one side, holding the shift to the other. And that's going to cut my piece of material. Okay. Now, you don't need, first time I did a trial run, because I always try them, I did a color. Okay. I took the top off and then I did another color. This time I'm going to do something. I'm going to leave the blue where it is, maybe do it a little bit of a lighter blue. So I could go on there and go to a lighter blue. And then the bottom one, I'm going to do it a green. And then select the type of green I would like on my card. I want something a bit brighter. It's a children's card after all, something like that. Now that part is ready. So the next step is to bring in some lovely monsters. I mean, you can put one of these on and you say, I'm going to turn it round a little bit like so. Make it a bit smaller because you don't want to take half the card with it. Place it somewhere there. Even there, look. And you've got a little banner. You can then bring in your monsters. So you can choose which monsters you like. And for instance, I could have hair. Make him smaller, of course. And place him there. Get that one. And again, make him smaller. And place him somewhere there. And I want another one. Let's do this one. They're all nice. You can choose whichever one takes your fancy because they are really cute. I'm gonna make him a bit smaller too. So I'm leaving enough room so that I can have a happy birthday on there. And if you want, you can put them together. Here you could put the names. I could leave some space for Jack, 6 today, Jack, for instance. So I'm going to lift my stencil. And that tidies up my piece of background topper. So I'm going to do happy birthday. I'm going to change the font. This is one of my favorites at the moment. It's called Baby Giovanni Script, and I can find you the link to it as well and leave it in the at the bottom of my description. And then you can have, for instance, Jack. And Jack can go a bit bigger. And again, you can do the same font. And then you resize him so that it stays there nicely. Or Jack, happy birthday, Jack. And then you can do, for instance, 6 today. Put it in the center, make it a bit bigger, and you can place it anywhere you want. And then if you want, you can even pick them up and align everything so that they'll align exactly right, like that. And now I can pick them all up. And once you finish, if you want to have them the same color as something in there, you could say, right, I'm going to pick up, let's say, this green color. And then turn the text into the color that you want. Not here, it won't look good here. So I'm going to happy birthday, Jack. Let's see, well, I don't think the green will work on there. Let's pick up the pink or do a pink color. See how it looks. Yeah, that's nice. So Jack, yeah, you know what? I think that would look nice. And there you go. Happy birthday, Jack. 6 today. Now 6, if you want, you can make it a bit bigger because you've got enough room for it to be. There goes, 6 today. And that is how you can easily make a topper. Once you print it, you cut it around the edge of that and you stick it onto your card. Now, another thing you could do is this. It's not difficult, especially if you have a scan and cut. So I'm going to group them and move them because I'm happy with them. Then you can have these images. If you're going to do this, I would have done it while I was working, okay? Before I lift the stencil, because you need them exactly the same size. So you can cut a few of them so that you can do a 3D decoupage of these images. Like this, I've got to resize them. But if you do them, if you think of doing this, just do them before you lift your stencil, because you've got room on the page, so why waste? So if you do that, make it smaller, and then you can scan and cut them easily without even doing anything to them. Now, if I do it the same size, I mean, you get the gist. I would do it before if I'm thinking of doing that. So you can turn it around sideways, have him there so that you can cut them. Then if you wanted to do either the banner or anything like that, just put them around. You could even do a bit more and then cut again some of them off. Okay, because you can cut the flower off out, for instance, or whichever parts you want, and you can 3D decoupage it if you so wish. If you just like to print and keep them simple, then the first thing we did would have been enough for you to finish your card off. I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial. I'll leave you some links in the description below. Please, if you enjoyed it, just give me a thumbs up and maybe comment and say what you liked about it, or if you didn't like it. I'd like to know what people want. So I hope you enjoyed it anyway. So till the next one, au revoir.